How did it end? Author Orpheus for Reading for Minutes published 2.04. 2021 updated 2.04. 2021 mystical TV series Supernatural, about the Winchester brothers' struggle with universal evil, ended with the 20th episode of the 15th season. Its first show was held on November 19, 2020. For fans, there is a gift from the creators of the epic, the 21st episode, a special edition. It seemed that the series from Eric Kripke will go forever. The heroes periodically left the world of the living, but each time returned. Nobody dies? Laughed good-naturedly fans. Castiel's sacrifice, however, in the 18th episode of the 15th season, the heat of events is rising. At the end of the episode, the angel Castiel leaves Earth. Sacrificing himself for Dean, Castiel summons the Abyss, to whom he once promised to give his life. The Abyss consumes both Castiel and Dean's attacker death. We have no one to save. The Winchester god Chuck, who has broken up a fight with the Winchesters, devastates the Earth, making Dean, Sam, and Jack feel like unmoored Robinsons. The brothers give up their ambitious fight with Chuck and throw out the white flag. We surrender. Finally. Chuck is in no hurry to bring the men back. I like this story now. An empty planet and the guilt-crazed Winchesters with henchman Jack. The dog at the gas station, which Chuck destroyed last in front of Dean, is a touching moment that emphasizes the total loneliness of the characters. Complicated intrigue. Chuck's death is described in a special book of God, around which the intricate intrigue of the last two episodes unfolds. Michael, who has been holed up in a church named after himself, and Lucifer, who has popped out of a box. The book can only be opened by death, and the active Lucifer kills the Reaper in front of the whole company. After rebirth, the new death begins to voice the contents of the folio, but Lucifer, sent by Chuck, kills her. The Winchester's special blade in the hands of Michael puts an end to the rampages of the most odious and reckless character of the series. Lucifer's annihilation occurs with crackling and special effects, releasing a huge amount of energy. Fortunately, the Book of God falls open on the floor, and Sam is satisfied to report that he has managed to decipher the symbols of the recipe for how to finish Chuck in the opened pages. The ritual against the backdrop of picturesque mountains and a river is interrupted by the appearance of Chuck, who, instead of thanking him, brutally massacres Michael, who warned him. Here, after God's gloating message to the brothers, your series is closed, and sparring for 3 in the style of The Last Hopeless fight between the Winchesters and Chuck, the plot turns 180 degrees, for which the TV series is so famous. Jack shows up, absorbing all the energy released from the fight and the destruction of Michael and Lucifer. Chuck is informed that the ritual was a sham and a decoy. Jack confidently absorbs all of God's energy and makes him an ordinary mortal and becomes the Almighty. We're finally free. Jack isn't going to, like Chuck, write scripts that determine people's fates. It's enough for everyone to just know I exist. I won't be involved. Jack puts the angel and demon divisions in order and goes wandering. Everything has two sides. The higher powers are self-effacing, and Dean dies in a fight with vampire mimes. There will be no more magical rescues. In the touching scene of the brothers' farewell, Dean makes Sam give his word that he will live on. There's always been 2 of us, you and me. I'm not leaving you. I'll always be with you as long as you live and fight. I love you so much, little brother. Promise me. Tell me it's okay, Sam. It's okay. Don't be afraid, Dean. Go. Sam continues his fight against the undead and raises his son. Promised heaven. Dean goes to heaven straight to the Winchester's substitute father Bobby Singer's backstreet. Bob tells him how Jack and Castiel, freed from the bonds of the Abyss, have transformed the afterlife. There are no prisons here. And everything you want is here. And time flows differently here, Dean. It will come soon enough. In the time it took Dean, who was settling into heaven, to take a ride in his beloved Impala, Sam was happily living his life on Earth and dying holding his son's hand. Stopped on a mountain bridge, Dean recognizes his brother by his footsteps and turns around to embrace him. Selfless brotherly love is where the series begins and where it ends. The willingness to go to any lengths for his family and the twisted plot made the series iconic. In the final minutes of the 20th episode, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles express their gratitude to viewers. "We will always be grateful for the opportunity and honor of playing these characters for so long. Thank you." Way Past the 21st Episode is a favorite episodes and stories from the directors and cast about the show. It's the story of how Eric Kripke's Urban Legends of Fighting the Undead became an amazing 15-year-long adventure. This is a farewell to the audience and the crew's explanation of their love for the series.